Hey, what's going on, guys? What's happening? YouTube, an exciting story today. Bitcoin, for the first time ever, breaks above $20,000. Back in, was it late 2017? We got really close to 20 grand, and then Bitcoin tanked hard. I know a lot of you guys are interested in Bitcoin. I first started making videos about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I want to say back in maybe 2015. I think one of the first videos. I've probably been into Bitcoin or crypto since maybe 2013, but wasn't really confident enough in my abilities to kind of make videos about it, and wasn't really something that I was ready to kind of introduce people to until a couple years later. But I think I made my first Bitcoin video in, I want to say 2015, might have been 2016. At the time, Bitcoin was trading at like $487. I had gotten on and said that I was loading up, and I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea if people did some due diligence and then loaded up themselves. And then Bitcoin skyrocketed shortly after that. And Bitcoin was kind of in the dumps for the past couple years, but Bitcoin has just broken above $20,000. If you aren't involved in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, I'll drop a couple links down below if you have interest in getting started. I know Coinbase is still running the promotion where if you put $100 onto Coinbase, after using my affiliate link, you'll get $10 in free Bitcoin. So on $100, that's a 10% gain. And I believe I still have some codes or some sign up links for Binance.com, the true real Binance, as well as Binance.us, which is a US version, which I'm not as big of a fan of. If you want to trade on Binance.com, you will need to use a VPN and log in from Hong Kong or China. But I will put some links down below that'll slash your trading fees by about 50% there as well, if anybody's interested in those. Let's start this article. The world's most valuable virtual currency traded 5.6 higher to a price around 20,600 according to market data from Coinmetrics. It comes as big name investors like Paul Tudor Jones and Stanley Druckenmiller have invested in the cryptocurrency. Wall Street firms like S&P Global and CBOE Global Markets have been making a big push into crypto market services. And kicking off the article, Bitcoin breached the $20,000 level for the first time in history Wednesday as crypto enthusiasts pointed to increased demand from institutional investors for the red-hot digital currency. The world's most valuable virtual currency traded 5.6% higher to a price around 20,600 according to market data from Coinmetrics, taking its year-to-date gains to more than 180%. Bitcoin has been on a tear this year, analysts say. It's gotten a boost from big-name investors such as Paul Tudor Jones and Stanley Druckenmiller moving their own assets into cryptocurrency, while tech firms such as Square and MicroStrategy have used their own balance sheets to buy Bitcoin. I think another thing spurring on the adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is everything going on in the world. You know, Bitcoin is kind of Bitcoin early on was championed by libertarians and people who want the government to stay the fuck out of their lives. It's why it was used on a lot of the dark markets early on. That's kind of led to a lot of the popularity of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And I think seeing governments try to shut down cities, seeing governments stop people from going to work, stopping people from keeping their businesses open, I think all the government control and government overreach we're seeing makes it even more attractive to have a currency like Bitcoin that's outside of the reach of the government. What if, and we're already starting to see this, but what if very soon we start seeing people say, you know what, fuck you, Gavin Newsom, suck my dick, Governor Pritzker, I'm going to open my business up anyways. Well, we might see something happen like recently happened to Pornhub, where, you know, they wind up pressuring Visa and MasterCard to cut off transactions. Oh, this business doesn't want to social distance. This business doesn't want to shut down. We'll cut off your credit card processing. Well, with Bitcoin, you can't cut off anybody's credit card processing. So I also think that's another thing that has made Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies more attractive. And I think that makes cryptocurrencies like Navcoin, Pivx, Monero even more attractive as well. Back to the article. This is the domino effect of asset managers tumble their portfolios into Bitcoin. Charles Hayter, CEO of crypto market data provider Crypto Compare, told CNBC. Bitcoin's latest record high has reminded many market watchers of its monster rally to nearly $20,000 in 2017. That was followed by a sharp pullback the following year that saw it fall close to $3,000. Now, Here's one thing I will say. I do think we're seeing a lot more adoption. I do think we're seeing a lot more institutional involvement, and I do think that will spur the prices even higher. But one thing we have to keep in mind when the economy starts to turn, and Bitcoin is starting to kind of Bitcoin price is kind of starting to separate itself from the stock market. But as more people lose their jobs, as more people lose their businesses, as more people are, being foreclosed upon, are being kicked out of their homes, people are going to have to sell assets to free up some money. And unfortunately, cryptocurrency is going to be one of the first things to go. So, so far, the Fed has kept printing artificial money, and that's kind of kept things propped up. But eventually, this ride's going to come to an end. The economy is going to go for a downturn, and I do think we're going to see Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies pull back a little bit. Crypto evangelists claim the 2020 rally is unlike 2017, as it's being driven by institutional buying rather than retail speculation. 20,000 is undoubtedly a monumentous milestone for Bitcoin, says Yoni Asia, CEO and co-founder of the online investment platform eToro. We have seen a significant shift in a demographic of those interested and invested in crypto, no longer the domain of just computer programmers and fintech advocates. Wall Street jumps in. Major Wall Street firms like S&P Global and CBOE Markets have been making a big push into crypto data services. S&P Dow Jones Indices recently announced plans to launch crypto indices in 2021, while the CBOE has tapped New York-based trading software firm CoinRoute's crypto market data capabilities. On Tuesday, UK asset manager Ruffer updated clients about a new allocation to Bitcoin, revealing it had around 2.5% of its portfolio invested in Bitcoin. We see this as a small but potent insurance policy against continuing deflation of the world's major currencies, the company said. Bitcoin diversifies the company's much larger investments in gold and inflation-linked bonds and acts as a hedge to some of the monetary and market risks that we see. Ruffer managed around $20.3 billion or $27.4 billion in assets by the end of November. Jason Dean, an analyst at crypto advisory firm Quantum Economics, said increased institutional interest in Bitcoin has led to an increasingly bullish narrative. The race is on to secure Bitcoin in a market of ever-dwindling supply, Dean told CNBC. It's probably not too strong to say this is institutional FOMO, fear of missing out, and those organizations who have been looking to do this now realize they will have to move fast to secure it. The total supply of Bitcoins that will ever be mined is capped at 21 million. Experts say this is due to a monetary rule implemented by the cryptocurrency's mysterious inventor, Satoshi Nakamoto. So that's the end of the article. I know a lot of times when Bitcoin breaks like a strong psychological barrier like 5K, 10K, and in this case 20K, it tends to have a pullback. So we'll see if Bitcoin continues to run. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how excited you are. Drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.